Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. Listen, USCJ got to put a situation under investigation. I seen something that really kind of, I was talking to a guy and he brought something to my, my antennas went up when I seen something, and I in turn sent him something back. We're gonna take a look at this. When you talk about the betting lines in Vegas and some of the weird stuff that they have going on. But listen, yours truly, I'm getting ready to tell you something. I'm going to tell you guys something that might shock somebody. Those who coming in, you might be a Georgia fan, you might be a TCU guy, you might be a Michigan guy, whoever you are, I'm telling you right now, and this is my opinion, I'm sticking to it. I think USC can win the national championship this year. Yes, I said it. I'm saying it. I'm sticking to it. And I'm going to tell you why. You guys remember, let's go back to January. Actually, let's go back to after the transfer portal, after we got all these players, and after I kind of talked about it then, and I can specifically remember I put out some information. We had a schedule. We wanted to do the schedule prediction. Different people gave me their predictions. Some said 8-4. I remember some said 7-3 or whatever. I can't remember all of them, but then some said 10-2 but I said this is my specific thing. I said I believe we can go 12-0, but I said the Utah game is 50-50. Do you guys remember I said that? And I said, but Caleb Williams is the difference maker as it relates to the Utah game at Utah. And sure enough, he was the difference maker. However, we had some things altered. But when you go back and we talk about the production that we had come on this team from other teams, such as a Jordan Addison, who had 1,500 yards. And I went through the receiver corps, such as Mario Williams. All these guys, coupled with the guys that we've already had. Then you bring over Caleb Williams, and then you look at all the other guys we got coming in from the transfer portal had come in, like Romello Height, but he didn't end up, the transfer from Auburn. He ended up not playing. A Solomon Bird from Wyoming. All these guys that we had come in, even Bryson Shaw. We had some guys that come together and was able to blend this thing together. And as a result, listen, this has never been done before like this. Yes, Michigan State did it. They did it. Mel Tucker did it. I think they had 4 or 2 wins the year before, and then they came back last year. And we know they're not like that now, but they came back the year before, last year, and had 11-2 win a season. But I told you guys, I said, listen, we had the number 1 transfer portal class. So what do you think we're gonna do as it relates to succeeding way past what Mel Tucker and Michigan State did? And sure enough, we're doing just that. And we had not just the transfer portal class, but we had the number 1 transfer portal class. And then you couple that with Lincoln Riley's coaching ability. You couple that with his play calling ability. You couple that with the players like a Caleb Williams. We cannot do nothing but help but to go to the championship. And we have the ability to win the game. And listen, I got faith in this team, and I believe that we have an opportunity here. But at the same time, we don't want to fight against any other forces as it relates to the betting lines and things of that nature. So we want to look at some of this stuff. I want to look at what ESPN put out, and then I want to look at what some of these other betting sites put out. It's really kind of disturbing, and it really doesn't make any sense. My mind was puzzled when I looked at it, but let's take a look at some of this stuff, man. You guys hit me in the comment section. You guys let me know what you think. It's USCJ32 on Instagram. It's USCJ32 on Twitter. Listen, let's look at this stuff right here. Check it out. There's some good information. So here are the top offenses in the country, and you see here, they got them all here. You're going to have Tennessee 1. See what they're averaging, 47.3 yards per game. Washington, 40.8 yards per game. And then UCLA, 39.6. And then Oregon, 39.7. But look, when you come down here to USC, scroll all the way over to the right, you'll see USC is averaging 42.5 points per game, which they're averaging more points than UCLA, Oregon, and Washington. Only other team that's averaging more from this top 5 here is Tennessee. Now, when you're talking about uh, offense that USC has, you're gonna have to match up a defense that, and we've seen this with Notre Dame. All of us seen what happened with Notre Dame, and there's nothing to take away from Notre Dame, but we heard analysts all week long say how physical Notre Dame was, how they're going to impose their will against USC. And USC did the same thing that they've been doing all year long, and that's score at will, which leads me to believe, and yes, I know that, some going to say, oh, well, this, you look at who they're matched up against, who they're possibly matched up against right now, being that they're going to be the number 4 team in the college football playoff will come out tonight. But if they're matched up to Georgia, do you see Georgia stopping them the same way that they said that Notre Dame was going to stop us? I think that USC will still do the same thing. I understand that Georgia stopped Tennessee, but I believe USC's offense is slightly better than Tennessee. That's just my opinion. I believe Caleb Williams, he's a level up as it relates to his ball ability, his knack for even if you look at the interceptions. He didn't even have as many interceptions as Hendon Hooker, and I love Hendon Hooker. He's a great player, but Caleb Williams, to me, in my opinion, separates himself. And I listened to the ex-Saints coach Sean Payton talk about Caleb Williams. He said Caleb Williams is a once-in-a-generation player. I heard him say that on the radio yesterday. He was talking to Colin Cowherd, and he said Caleb Williams he said, I wouldn't be surprised if they create a lottery pick like the way they do in the NBA. For somebody like Caleb Williams, because he said that player right there is a once-in-a-generation player. And if an ex-NFL coach, somebody like Sean Payton, who had Drew Brees on his roster for years, you got to know that Sean Payton knows exactly what he's talking about. So this is the top offense in the country. And you see USC where they're at right now. They're 42.5 points a game. All right, so let's move on to some other stuff. All right, so this is ESPN's, I guess their little prediction deal, and it really, my antennas went up when I seen this because, shout out to my man Oscar. Oscar sent me something, and I'm gonna show it to you guys here in a second. But in return, I sent this back because this was kind of suspect to me, and he made a great point as I was conversating back and forth with him, talking about Vegas and how the betting lines and how things go. And I thought it was very strange, for ESPN to put this out, chance to make the college football playoff. And you see right now, USC in the coaches poll and the AP poll are currently number 4. And then we understand that this not tonight that most likely they will be number 4. So what possesses them to put the chances of going to the college, making the college football playoff, let alone winning it, but making chance to make the college football playoff? What possessed them to even have this on here like this? Why is Bama at 14%, USC 12%? Are they already projecting that we're going to lose the game based on, and they already say we're a 3-point favorite, right? If we're a 3-point favorite, how is our percentages going to be? I mean, does this make any sense? See, USCJ had to put this situation under investigation because it totally makes no sense. Let's go. Let me show you what Oscar sent me. He sent me something similar to this. All right, so this is what Oscar sent me, and shout out to him once again. And he says, now I showed you guys that percentage from what Vegas, from what ESPN has. Now check this out. This is Max Meyer. I'm not really familiar with him, but it says the biggest football bet of the season at Caesar Sports, NFL or college, came in yesterday, and it's on USC. A Nevada bettor put 901,350 on USC money line, and that's for them against Utah. Now here's the thing, and it says it looks like someone is a big believer in USC reaching the college football playoff. Now he made a great point, because one of the things that we have to consider is, I know for sure if somebody's going to put this type of money on USC, a lot of people are examining and thinking the same thing that that we're all thinking that USC has a real, those who know football and those who've seen Caleb Williams play, and now we're starting to see it all this past week. Joe Klein is really clamping down on it now. We're starting to see different people. Palm Feinbaum, he doesn't want to say it, but he's absolutely saying it now that USC is that locked team if they just win this weekend. And for some reason, ESPN, I got to sound the alarm on this stuff because look, we're looking for the refs to be clean this weekend. We're not expecting no dirty games like the way we seen it in Utah because that was absolutely unacceptable for USC to have to play under them conditions. With Caleb Bullock got an interception, we were up 14 points and getting ready to just really go up. And then they caught a targeting, and then they decided that it wasn't a targeting. But then you can't give us the play back because I believe we stopped them on third down. So listen, all this referee stuff is unacceptable, and we're not playing the Vegas game. So look, USCJ is sounding the alarm, put this situation under investigation because somebody like myself believes in USC. We think we got a real opportunity to go out there and do some things, but we don't want to do it under harsh circumstances. We want to play a fair game. These are youngsters that we want to play a fair game, just like everybody else. USC can win the college football playoff. So here is another one here. This is Sportsline predicts chances of making the college football playoff. They got 99% Georgia, 99% Michigan. I mean, what kind of sense does this make? 75% Ohio State, USC 50%. Now, if we're number 4, once again, I will say this again. If we're number 4 right now in the coaches poll, if we're number 4 in the AP poll, why in the world, and possibly getting ready to be, and I'm pretty sure, unless the committee does something that's absolutely crazy, because you don't get blown out by 20 plus points at home and think that, and we played that same Notre Dame team that you play, and we dominated them more than what Ohio State played. So if the committee, I don't know if they think that something fishy's coming, but number one, you should be a conference champion if you're going to play in the college football playoff. But you see here, Ohio State, USC 50% chance to make the playoff. We're not even talking about winning. This is making the playoff. How are they positioning these teams like this? And then you see TCU 67%. How does Ohio State have a greater chance than TCU to make the playoff? Can anybody explain that one? And then 7.5% Alabama. So, man, listen, this thing is really kind of fishy. I'm not sure exactly. And listen, we got to understand this. Traveling to these games, these sports venues, these bowl games, they want to get their money from all the fans, the way they travel. We know Ohio State travels well. We know Bama travels well. We know Michigan travels well. I'm not sure about TCU, but you gotta understand that this stuff can possibly play a factor, man. So listen, you guys hit me in the comment section. Let me know what you think, man. This is really kind of suspect. We just want to know. We just want fair play all across the board. I think USC has one of the most explosive offenses in the country. And listen, we got a real opportunity to make this thing happen. So listen, that's the information right there. We put it out there. Those are the betting lines, and you've seen it for yourself, man. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that's a little suspect for ESPN to put that list out like that and have those percentages like that? And then you see the betting line, the percentages as well to make the playoff. I mean, that's kind of strange to me. I don't understand that. To me, in my opinion, I don't think Ohio State really even has a chance, especially if they're not playing for their conference championship, man. So listen, I want you guys to holler back at me, get back with me. Listen, yesterday, the transfer portal, man, I seen 3 players. I mentioned it to you guys about David Shaw and the fact that when he stepped down, that we could possibly see players, man. But man, it seemed like the floodgates came open yesterday. I'm seeing guys from everywhere. I seen a possibility. Don't quote me on this. Trayvon Henderson, the running back for Ohio State. I seen what he might be getting ready to come on the chopping block. I seen 3 players from Stanford, man. They've already an offensive lineman. I think I seen an offensive lineman from Colorado. Some receivers from Stanford. I seen even the receiver from Oregon. He's getting ready to go in the transfer portal. it's several players that are getting ready to go in the transfer portal right now, and it popped up all yesterday. It's going absolutely berserk right now. And listen, I'm going to tell you guys this: USC, the way Lincoln Riley is the transfer portal king. Let's just call this what it is right now. Lincoln Riley is the transfer portal king. And so listen, if you want to go play for a transfer portal king, let's go ahead and make your move. Make your move now while the getting is good, because Lincoln Riley knows how to bring it together, knows how to blend the family together. Sometimes you got to have blended families, and only individuals who know how to make it work can make a blended family work. Lincoln Riley knows how to make this blended family work, and I'm telling you, it's coming together so unexpectedly that now you see these Vegas odds and these percentages coming together like it's ridiculous right now. So listen, you guys hit me in the comment section. The transfer portal's heating up. USC can win the national championship. You're hearing it from me first. USC can win the national championship, and I've said it. I'm not taking it back. Listen, I know we got to take care of business this weekend. We will take care of business this weekend. So listen, you guys hit me in the comment section. You tell me what you think, man. Like, share, subscribe. USCJ32 on Instagram. Let's see what those CFP rankings going to be like tonight, man. It's going to be go time. It's going to be on and popping. It's going to be on and cracking, man. Listen, until tomorrow, man, listen, you guys get up, get out, make some things happen this morning, man. Listen, pre-workout in full effect. Don't let me empty this up. Pre-workout full effect. So look, get out, get up, and make it happen this morning. Until tomorrow, listen, everybody, fight on, fight on, fight on.